Mecca was restless that night. The streets lay silent under the dim glow of the moon, but tension filled the air. Islam was spreading quietly, house by house, heart by heart, and one man felt that spread like a fire burning inside his chest. That man was Umar ibn Al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu. Strong in body, firm in character, and feared across Mecca, Umar radiyallahu anhu saw Islam as a threat to the traditions of his people. In his eyes, it divided families, challenged idols, and weakened Quraysh's authority. That night, anger consumed him. With heavy steps and a burning resolve, Umar radiyallahu anhu stepped out of his house. In his hand was a sword, sharp, unsheathed, reflecting the moonlight. His destination was clear in his mind. Muhammad has divided our people, he thought. Tonight, this ends. As he walked through the narrow streets of Mecca, every step echoed with fury. The desert wind brushed past him, but it could not cool the storm inside his heart. On the way, he was stopped by a man of Quraysh. "Where are you going, Umar?" he asked cautiously, seeing the sword. Umar radiyallahu anhu replied without hesitation, "I am going to kill Muhammad." The man froze. But then he said something unexpected. "But before you go any further, Umar, have you set your own house in order?" Umar's eyes narrowed. "What do you mean?" The man lowered his voice and said, "Your sister, Fatima bint Al-Khattab, and her husband, Sa'id ibn Zayd, they have accepted Islam." Time stood still. Umar radiyallahu anhu felt as if the ground beneath him had shifted. His anger did not disappear, it doubled. His grip tightened around the sword. Without another word, he turned away. His direction changed. Now his steps were faster. Now his rage had a new target. He was heading toward his sister's house. Hazrat Umar ibn Al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu walked through the narrow streets of Mecca with firm steps. The sword hung at his side, but inside his chest a storm was quietly building. The sun was lowering, casting long shadows on the stone walls as he reached the door of his sister's house. From inside, faint voices could be heard. Hazrat Umar radiyallahu anhu stopped. He listened. There was recitation, unfamiliar yet powerful, words that carried weight, words that seemed to touch something deep within him, though he did not yet understand why. Anger rose. He knocked hard on the door. The voices inside stopped instantly. Fear filled the house. Hazrat Umar radiyallahu anhu and her sister Fatima bint Al-Khattab radiyallahu anha and her husband Sa'id ibn Zayd knew that voice well. With them was Khabab ibn al-Arat radiyallahu anhu, who had been teaching them verses of the Quran. Khabab radiyallahu anhu quickly hid. The door opened. "What was that sound I heard?" Hazrat Umar radiyallahu anhu demanded. "Nothing," Sa'id ibn Zayd replied carefully. But Umar did not believe him. His eyes searched the room. His anger exploded. He struck Sa'id, and when his sister rushed forward to protect her husband, she too was struck. Blood flowed from her face.
Silence fell. Then Fatima, radiyallahu anha, wounded yet firm, spoke with courage. "Yes, Omar, we have accepted Islam. We believe in Allah and His Messenger, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Do whatever you want." Those words hit harder than any blow. Hazrat Umar ibn Al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu looked at his sister. Blood on her face, strength in her voice. Something inside him cracked. "Give me what you were reciting," he said, his voice suddenly different. She hesitated. "You are not pure," she replied gently. "Only those who are clean may touch the words of Allah." Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu paused, then nodded. He washed himself. When he returned, the pages were placed before him. He began to read. "Taha, we have not descended the Quran to distress you." Each verse entered his heart like light breaking through darkness. His hands trembled, his eyes softened. The anger that once burned inside him faded into awe. "This is not the speech of man," he whispered. At that moment, Khabbab ibn al-Arat stepped forward. "Rejoice, O Omar," he said. "I heard the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam pray, 'O Allah, strengthen Islam with Umar ibn Al-Khattab or Abu Jahl.'" Tears filled Hazrat Umar's eyes. "Take me to Muhammad," he said. And with that decision, the path of history quietly changed. Hazrat Umar ibn Al-Khattab radiallahu anhu stepped out of his sister's house, but he was no longer the same man who had entered it. The streets of Mecca felt different that day. The sword was still in his hand, but his heart was trembling, not with anger, but with truth finally accepted. The words of the Quran echoed in his soul. "Indeed, I am Allah. There is no deity except me, so worship me." Hazrat Umar lifted his gaze toward the sky. For the first time in his life, his pride broke. With firm steps and a transformed heart, he asked, "Where can I find Muhammad?" Someone replied cautiously, "He is at Dar al-Arqam near Mount Safa." Hazrat Umar walked toward Dar al-Arqam, the same sword at his side, but with a completely different intention. Inside the house, the companions radiallahu anhum sensed danger. They whispered nervously, "Umar is coming, and he is armed." Fear spread across the room. But Hamza ibn Abdul Muttalib radiallahu anhu stood firm and said, "If he comes with good, we welcome him. If he comes with evil, we will stop him." The door was opened. Hazrat Umar stepped inside. All eyes turned toward him. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam walked forward calmly, held Hazrat Umar by his cloak, and asked with divine strength, "O son of Al-Khattab, what brings you here?" Hazrat Umar fell to his knees. With a trembling voice and a heart full of certainty, he said, "I have come to bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and you are the messenger of Allah." For a moment, silence filled the room. Then suddenly, "Allahu Akbar!" The walls of Dar al-Arqam echoed with takbir. Islam had gained a pillar. From that day forward, Islam was no longer hidden, and Hazrat Umar had arrived, and history changed forever. Hazrat Umar ibn Al-Khattab radiallahu anhu stood silently after meeting Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. The sword that once symbolized anger now felt unbearably heavy in his hand. Tears flowed from his eyes, tears not of weakness, but of truth finally accepted. With a firm yet humble voice, he said,
O Messenger of Allah, bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and you are the Messenger of Allah." The room echoed with Allahu Akbar. For the first time, Islam had gained a supporter whose strength would change history. That same day, Hazrat Umar asked a question that stunned everyone. Why should we worship Allah in secret when we are upon the truth? Soon after, Muslims walked openly to the Kaaba. In two lines, one led by Hazrat Hamza radiallahu anhu, the other by Hazrat Umar ibn Al-Khattab radiallahu anhu. The Quraysh watched in shock. The man who once terrorized Muslims now stood as their shield. From that day onward, Islam was no longer hidden, and Hazrat Umar became Al-Faruq, the one who distinguishes between truth and falsehood. Years later, as Khalifa, his justice shook empires, but it all began with a sword and ended with surrender to Allah. This is not just history. This is proof that Allah guides whom He wills. Even the strongest enemy can become the strongest believer.